This is going to be a love reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Alright. Coming to the current situation, we have the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, let's break up separation. Someone's missing you. Someone's giving someone the cold shoulder. What's influencing that is the Seven of Swords. Was someone naughty? Is someone doing something behind someone's back? That's a lot of sneaky behavior. What happened in the past? The Hierophant in reverse happened in the past. Alright. Maybe. Alright, what's on your mind? The Temperance in reverse is on your mind. Aquarius. Why is all this happening? Is because of the Eight of Swords. Hope you can see the cards. What you'll be experiencing in the near future is the Star in reverse. That's you, Aquarius. That's you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Alright. Let me just have a look. Someone thinks something's a waste of time. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you could have invested in something, you could have been waiting for something, but now you think it was a waste of time. You just put in your effort for nothing. That's the overall energy. I had in reverse. Someone was non-committal in the past, or someone could have left a marriage. Although I don't see a lot of marriage here, but I think there was someone who did not commit, or someone who just did not want to commit. This is someone who is very stubborn in their own ways. They don't like to live the traditional way, They like to break the status quo, I always look at the Hierophant in reverse as Robin Hood, someone who always is the outlaw who breaks the rules. Coming to the current moment, like I said, right? We have someone left out in the cold, and that's because I guess someone was cheating. We'll see if there's a third party here, if this is genuinely cheating or not. You're going batshit crazy, Aquarius. We have the Temperance in reverse. You're not cooperating. You're not compromising with this person. You're just losing your shit. You've lost your shit. All this is happening because someone is trapped in their head. We have the Eight of Swords here. You could be dealing with, okay, I have Sagittarius here, I have Aquarius here, I have the Earth here, I have particular Taurus here, and I have the air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Someone's been thinking about the situation over and over and over again. But let me put this out there, whatever the situation is, why all this is happening, because someone has, this is someone who creates a lot of thoughts and scenarios in their head that don't exist. Okay, this is someone just trapped in their head. This is self-imposed prison. You are doing this to yourself. No one is doing this to you at all. And that's why in the future we have the Star in reverse. Someone thinks something's a hopeless situation, and that's what the overall energy is. Someone's giving up. Someone thought that was a waste of time, and now you don't even have the faith. Someone thinks something's a hopeless situation. They have no faith. They're just giving up. This could have been a very divine connection. Anyways, let's start clarifying. Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse as the overall energy for Aquarius, please? Yeah. Okay. Someone just gave up. Probably this is someone who just does not want to fight for a situation anymore. This is someone who thinks something's a waste of time, and this could be someone, and that could be someone who's just fighting because of their egoistic dependencies. When the Five of Swords is in upright, this is someone who likes to fight, okay? They like to fight, they like to argue, but they want to win under any cost, okay? But when it's in the reverse, I feel this is someone who's giving up. Not only giving up something that they invested or something that they were waiting, they were anyways pessimistic. When it's in the upright, it's almost a pessimistic energy, where it's like, should I not, right? So they're like, they're choosing, I'm not, and they're putting down their swords. They're like, I don't want to fight for this anymore. That's what I think. This is walking away. I don't feel this is walking away. Clarify the Five of Swords in reverse. Clarify the Five of Swords in reverse. See, because someone's being stubborn. Clarify the Hangman in reverse. You could be dealing with a fixed sign Pisces. Let's see. Clarify the Hangman in reverse, please. Someone was being stubborn, but someone still had a lot of faith in this connection. It was almost like someone saw you as a star. This is someone who had a lot of faith in this connection, but because someone was being stubborn, they're like, I'm not having this. But there is still faith in this connection. One of you still have faith in this connection, that things are going to happen at the right time, and the divine time. Clap for the star. Clap for the star, please. Clap for the star for Aquarius. What's the star here? This is a wish come true. Yeah, see? So, whoever person gave up, right? They're not ready to fight for this anymore because someone wasn't budging. That's the story I'm getting. But someone still has hope and faith, right? But the problem is here that whatever there was something that was revealed. We had the High Priestess in reverse. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces, but something was revealed. Okay, someone had some information that came out, or you could have found out something, or the other person found out something about you. But you know what the problem is? The problem is that whatever information was revealed, right? I feel it is half the truth. I feel whatever information is revealed, this is someone who's finding it very, very hard to trust their intuition, you know. Someone's not trusting their intuition. They're blocking their intuition and they're trusting whatever they're hearing from outside people, or whatever they're believing in. It's more belief about what's logic. So someone's hearing the logic. Someone's being more into the logical mode rather than intuitive, you know. Our intuition and logic are very, very different. Logic is based on facts. Intuition is based on your gut, what your mind is saying, right? You need to be really quiet and hear it. And most of the time we ignore our intuition because it just doesn't feel right. You may have hope, you've been stubborn, or you've released something. Someone's released something, okay? Because they have faith. Maybe this person has released the fight. Maybe this is someone who's released the outcome of a situation because they have faith that the situation will come to place and things will happen in the divine timing. But something that has been revealed, right? It's honestly, guys, according to me, whatever has been revealed, I don't think it's the truth. According to me, it's not, or maybe it's just half the truth, okay? Someone's just believing something because of logic or because just to satisfy their egoical dependencies. Take it how it resonates. Clarify the Hierophant in reverse. Why is the Hierophant in reverse in the past for Aquarius? Why is the Hierophant here in reverse? We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Someone was not ready to work with you. They were not cooperating. Someone was not collaborating. This is someone who was not a team worker, you know. This is again more of no commitment. Clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Someone was not ready to build with you. It's very difficult for you to get to this person to work with you, you know. Because this person was anyways non-committal, or like I said, right, this person could have their own belief system. Like, I want it that way. I don't care about what tradition says. Clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse clarifying. So someone cut someone out because of this nasty behavior. Because someone wasn't cooperating. The Queen of Swords in reverse is someone very angry. She's just pissed off, okay? She's pissed off. She's cold. She's bitter. She's very vengeful. Clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse. Please clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah. And now someone's trying to heal from that. There was no commitment in the past because someone was you just couldn't get this person to work with you, okay? You guys were not on the same page. You cut this person off. Could have been a third party situation. You never know. We have the Three here, Three of Swords here, Three of Pentacles in reverse here. Could be a third party involved, and you realize that this person was not being able to commit to you because they were only involved with someone else, and now you're healing from this connection. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Someone's healing from this heartbreak or connection. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Someone feels left out here. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Again, the Seven of Swords. What the fuck is going on, Aquarius? That's the Seven of Swords here. Okay, I'm very surprised that the Three of Cups is not here. If that's out here, this is 100% cheating. Clarify the Seven of Swords here, please. Clarify the Seven of Swords here. So in the current situation, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Death in reverse. I feel someone feels left out in the cold, and they're trying to avoid what they've done. I think they're trying to avoid or ignore what they've done. You know what? They miss you. They feel left out. I have a feeling someone feels guilty. Although the Seven of Swords is not in the reverse, I feel someone feels guilty. They're not even doing anything about it right now. And the worst is that we have the Death in reverse. So that means that someone is still not trying to accept that the relationship is dead, that it's over. They're trying to drag a dead horse. They're trying to drag something that's dead. It's not working for them. It's already over. But there's someone who's not ready to give up. You know, you don't give up on a situation where there's still hope, right? But this is something that's already ended. If you don't let it end, the ending is going to keep coming in until you don't accept it. Until you go and dragging on the situation, it's going to give you nothing but just pain. Clarify the Death in reverse. Clarify the Death in reverse, please. Clarify the Death in reverse. See, someone's emotionally shut off completely. The story out here I get is that there is someone who's cheating. Someone was non-committal and someone was cut off. Now they feel left out in the cold. Although they're still trying to ignore the situation, they're trying to drag at that situation, but the opposite person is completely shut off. Aquarius, you could be dealing with a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone's completely shut off emotional. They're not offering their love to you at all. So someone who could also be hurt. Alright, because there was hurt in the past, someone was healing from a third party situation or from a big breakup. Talk about the Seven of Swords, please. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Look, what did I just say? We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Someone was cheating. They were already in a relationship. I'm sorry, Aquarius, if this is what the truth is. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who's already in a relationship. Try for the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, please. Why is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, really? Look at the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my god, they were already giving to someone else. I'm not even going to clarify this. They were already giving to someone else. This is someone who was cheating, someone who was lying. They were already in a relationship with someone, could be committed, or this was someone who's already in a relationship with someone, and they were already giving to someone else. They were giving to two people. So probably the person you're dealing with was juggling with two people, and that's why there was no commitment. You realized that and you cut them off. Look at the Temperance in reverse. Why is the Temperance in reverse on Aquarius's mind? Why is the Temperance in reverse on Aquarius's mind? Yeah, you've withdrawn. We have the Hermit here. You could be dealing with a fixed sign Virgo. You've withdrawn completely from this connection. Either you've withdrawn or the opposite person who is cheating is completely withdrawn. This is someone who's just doing a lot of inner thinking. They're trying to find out what's happening. This is someone who's completely shut down. They're like a box. They're trying to find out a lot. They're just not doing anything. But within it, they're going crazy. They're going crazy. They're going mad, batshit crazy. They have no control over their emotions. They're not ready to compromise. They're not ready to talk. They don't want to get into a solution. Nothing at all. They're going mad. Look at the Hermit, please. Look at the Hermit. What's the Hermit? Okay, I have two cards. That's because there's now someone who's not ready to take a risk. We have the Fool in reverse. Someone who's being extra cautious. They're not ready to take a risk because they've gone through hell and back. And because they realize that we have the Six of Wands in reverse, so they realize there's no forward movement. This is a lack of success. This has been a failed relationship. Something's just not moving forward. There's a lack of public recognition here. That's what's going on in your mind, Aquarius. You're going crazy, you're going nuts, you've withdrawn from the connection, and now you don't trust this person at all because you know that there's no forward movement with this person at all. Try for the Six of Wands here in reverse one more time. Try for the Six of Wands in reverse, please. Try for the Six of Wands in reverse. But you love them. They love you, you love them. You have the Lovers here, you could be dealing with a fixed sign Gemini. Look, what happens, Aquarius, sometimes is that we do tend to love people who are non-committal. We're just attracted to them, or we just tend to fall in love with people who are already taken. Take it how it resonates. This is your soulmate, Aquarius. You're going to feel a very strong connection. You're going to feel a very strong pull. You're just not going to know why you're so attracted to them. No matter what they do, you're just not going to be able to get over their shit. That's just how soulmate connections are, right? But they love you, you love them, just to put it out there. I know they're cheating. Look, you know what? Even if it's not cheating, I think they're just trying to ignore you, okay? This is a lot of ignoring and avoiding if this is not a cheating, okay? If this is not cheating, this is ignoring and avoiding a connection, or ignoring and avoiding because they are already stuck in a relationship and they have to give someone else, okay? But they love you, so that's definitely a third-party situation. I'll just like to put it out there. Try for the Eight of Swords. Try for the Eight of Swords. Try for the Eight of Swords. Again. Aquarius, you've lost your mind. Either you've lost your mind or they've lost your mind. Look at this. We have the Eight of Swords with the Temperance in reverse. This is a fixed sign of Sagittarius if you're dealing with. They're constantly thinking about something in their head over and over again. Something that does not exist. What's worst is that's clarified by the Temperance in reverse, which is making them go crazy. But you know what the problem is, Aquarius? If this is you or this is the cross-watcher, the person you're dealing with, you can't do anything about this because they are stressing about something which doesn't exist. I think you think they're cheating, but actually they're not. Maybe they just have to give it to someone else right now. Maybe right now they're in a relationship with someone, could be committed, and they're not being able to commit to you. I don't know. Try for the Temperance in reverse. Try for the Temperance in reverse. Try for the Temperance in reverse. They want a new beginning with you in love. Try for the Ace of Cups. Let's see if this is a new beginning or new love. Try for the Ace of Cups. Okay. Yeah. This is all happening because they're going crazy and nuts. They want a brand new beginning with you in love. But the thing is, they're not going to, this is someone who's stuck in a rut, okay? Aquarius, if you're dealing with a woman who's married, she's not going to be able to give it to you this time. She's stuck in a marriage. This is a lockdown woman. Could be dealing with a fixed sign, could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You want a new beginning with this person, or this person was a new beginning with you, but whoever you're dealing with, right? They cannot get out of this shit because they're already locked down. They're stuck in a rut. This could be someone who's very focused on their financial independence too. This is a woman who's not focused on anything but her finances. This is someone who's very, very, just financially very, very dependent. And maybe that's one of the reasons she's in this rut or whatever it is. And probably you are dealing with someone who's stuck and the situation demands that she needs to be in that other relationship and she needs to keep giving to that other person. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, please. What's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? See? This is a very toxic connection. If not, you are obsessed, okay? We can take it two ways. Either you're very obsessed with this person, there's a lot of obsession out here, or what my intuition says is that this woman, she is stuck in a very, very toxic relationship. This is someone who's stuck in a toxic relationship. No matter how hard she tries to pull out, he or she, take it how it resonates, she's not going to because she feels stuck. See the devil here? She feels stuck. She feels stuck. She can't come out. This is a lot of restrictions, a lot of bound to something, like she just feels she cannot break free. And because this is clarified to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I think she's stuck in this with this person or in this relationship. It's only because she is focusing only on her finances. If she gets her finances in place, she can definitely get out of this. But this is why this all is happening. You may think that this is someone who's cheating, but actually this is not. This is not. Seriously, this is not. This could be a soulmate. This is a soulmate. But now you're emotionally shut off. Whereas you could have water in your birth chart somewhere, but now you're shut off. You probably know that, you feel left out in the cold. This person is trying to avoid this, so now you're ignoring this connection. But you know that someone is dragging a dead situation, and you could be doing this. You know things are over between you. Maybe you're dragging this connection, and the other person's shut off completely. Or you're shut off to this connection, Try for the Star in reverse. Why is the Star in reverse? You're losing hope. Clarify the Ten of Cups here. Clarify the Ten of Cups. Aquarius, alright. So, can you see the cards? Okay. So, what you'll be experiencing in the near future is the Star in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Moon in reverse. You're losing faith in a happily married family, or you're losing faith in a connection that you were in a marriage, okay? We have the Ten of Cups here. I think you're losing faith in a marriage or a family situation. This could be involving kids because something was revealed. We have the Moon in reverse. Something's come out in the open, okay? Whatever was hidden, it's come out. Something's been come out. Let me just clarify. Why is the Moon in reverse here? You could be dealing with the Pisces. Look at the Moon in reverse. Why is the Moon in reverse for Aquarius? Why for the Nine of Wands? Okay. Moon in reverse with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you know what? I think you're losing faith in this connection that made you very happy once. Could be a family or marriage situation. Because something was revealed, okay? Whatever was revealed, you just feel that you're sick, tired, frustrated, okay? You're just wounded, tired, you're just irritated, you're in this irritated energy, but you're still trying to be very perseverant. This is perseverance, you're still more like, alright, This could have been a very on and off connection. You could have been with this person for a very long time, I'm assuming. But it's something where, like, you're probably not stressing anymore. It could be the other way also, that the moon is in reverse. You're just letting go of any fears and anxieties. You're ready to give this one last chance. Like, you know what, like one more time. I'm just going to give this one more shot. But the problem is we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is probably a third party situation. This could just be someone who's the other woman, or this could just be you, a fire sign involved, or this could just be you or the other person who's just lost the passion, okay? The Queen of Wands in reverse, usually she lets shit happen, okay? When she's in the upright, she goes and she makes things happen, okay? When she's in the reverse, she's just laid back, but someone's just not ready to take action, okay? You're ready to fight, but there's someone who's not ready to take action anymore. Again, look what we have at the bottom of the deck. We have the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling really left out. You're missing them. You feel left out. You want to get, I don't know. You want to fight for this. I think you don't mind giving this one more chance. It could also be maybe you're losing faith that someone's going to leave a connection, and now you have clarity. Things are out in the open. Maybe you think someone's going to give it one more try and they're going to try and get out of the connection. But by the time they're going to try, you're just not feeling the vibe. You're just not feeling it, you just don't want to take action. It's like, fuck it. Like, never mind. Just too late. Alright, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, comment below. I'd love to read your comments. And I hope you enjoyed this reading once again. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And I'll see you next time.